Do we have him?
He was just right here, and then it just wheeled, and now I don't see him in here.
I mean, David's definitely watching, right?
He has to be, yeah.
Yeah. I think he can probably hear us too, so maybe he knows what's going on. We're just tripping. I don't know, man. I don't know if he's watching the show because he's at that event or what the fuck is going on, to be real.
The following program is rated TV MA-LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
Can you hear me?
The weekly buzz!
Warning! Hesitation, no question. Blow up the spot, steady, rock your whole block. No hesitation, no question. Blow up the spot, steady, rock your whole block. And I saw their eyes, the same that won't put out into this side. There's a fire in the hole. Turn the heat up. We be getting down to the ashes in the ground. Every single step I take, I think there must be something wrong. There's a fire in the hole. Let the smoke clear. Let the smoke clear. Let the smoke clear. I saw their eyes, the same that won't put out into this night. There's a fire in the hole. Turn the heat up. We be getting down to the ashes in the ground. Every single step I take, I think there must be something wrong. There's a fire in the hole. Let the smoke clear. Let the smoke clear. Let the smoke clear.
Free bear. I don't want.
Joe, are we good to go? Welcome to the show. This is the Weekly Bust show on Amazon Prime and Fight World Live. This is episode 2, and we will be joined by. There he is.
There he is.
Go ahead, Jake. Bring him in, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arguably one of the best pound for pound,
If not the best.
BKFC fighter to walk the earth right now, and fight so far that I've seen. So
The motherfucking jug.
we have the man, the juggernaut.
The champion. What's up, big dog? Can you hear us? Oh man, I think we're losing Jug here. Jug, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Cool. What's going on, champion?
Ah, man, just working hard, man, keeping it moving. Just sitting on the fucking couch waiting for BKFC.
Yeah, well, fuck, man. It seems like you've been keeping yourself busy since the last time we seen you, since the last time you've been on the show. Last time you dropped some knowledge when you were on the show, man. You predicted the future and you called it how it was, and sure enough, shit, it became true, man.
Yeah, you talking about when I said nobody knows what happens if I go down?
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about, man. We never had anybody predict it step for step. on how their fight's gonna go.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy,
Well,
man.
I don't know if you remember, that was actually a prediction for if I was ever to fight Arnold Adams. But it's still relevant because of the fight, the type of fight that I bring to the table. I don't know what type of person would pick this as a job and not expect it to be hard. I'm picking the hardest shit. I'm challenging myself. You know, it's like some guy climbing Mount Everest and saying, "Oh, it's gonna be cold up there." I know I'm gonna get hit one day.
He
I
knows
know I'm
the
gonna
kitchen
get
is
hit one
hot.
day. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna get hit one day. I know I'm gonna be challenged. I'm looking for a challenge. So
Well,
yeah,
you keep bodying everyone. I think you have a full graveyard done of bodies now at this point, man.
well, you know, I tell them before they come, but you know, if you don't believe me, then you don't believe me. And
I think you're the king of highlight reels for BKFC, man. I think they need to do that more often for you because you have a reel, man. You're probably one of the only fighters that has an actual knockout reel.
the original knockout of Eric Lozano was such a perfect picture, a perfect description of bare knuckle. Period. It was an overhand right, bloody knuckles, guy falling away backwards. I honestly thought that would be the billboard. That would be the perfect. I mean, the perfect description for bare knuckle fighting champions. You know what I mean? Like, it explains it all. Pictures 1,000 words. You know, goddamn. But I'm just gonna keep pushing until, like you say, they recognize my value and they move accordingly. These guys like Belcher and these UFC guys, they're gonna come and they're gonna get a check and they're gonna go. But me, you know, I personally believe that I help make BKFC successful. So I'm here to see it shine. You know, I'm raising it up just like a baby, just like David Feldman is. I take pride in BKFC.
Oh yeah. Can we start a campaign to get him as the picture, smashing homeboy's face?
No shit.
Let's get that rolling. Let's start a petition.
It is
In my
it was the
personal
best.
opinion,
Still, arguably between that and the when I punched Hector Lombard, it is arguably the best shot photo description of what we do I've ever seen. There's a lot of pictures, but nothing describes bare knuckle better than me punching Eric Lozano in the face.
in my personal opinion, Jug, I believe that you and Kai Stewart are the BKFC's, you know, vision and their future of you can be compared to the UFC's version and how they cater to John Jones and Conor McGregor. If you would, you're the GOAT. I mean, of bare knuckle, I think, in my opinion, and you know, it would be a shame if they dropped the ball on not marketing you proper and how you should be.
We'll see how it goes. You know, BKFC got a lot of big things planned in the future. We did our job. We did a really good job with Knuckle Mania. We did a really good job promoting and pushing. Me and Mike Richmond's beef was real, so it played out on the camera as such, and it played out in the ring as such. I don't know. Maybe we'll get to see a part 2 of that. It just depends on, you know, how punchy he really is.
Shit.
I'd love to give it another go at Mike. You know, I wouldn't mind knocking
Let's
his ass
go,
That'd be-
Jug.
that'd
Let's
be fucking
fucking
dope.
go, man.
At least giving him a hematoma or I told you, I got a coma in one hand and a hematoma in the other one. So either way, you know, it's a bad deal for Mike Richmond if he ever
Whatever one he feels like catching.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Since you brought it up, I want to just talk about Albuquerque real quick. Knucklemania 3 for the boys as a spectator was fucking sick, bro. Everything about it, the weigh-ins, how you guys conducted in the fight, after the fight, the fans were insane, sold out house. You dude, we have a vlog out from the Albuquerque trip, and there's a point where our boy Christian here, he looks at me after like you knocked out Mike Richmond. I could not fucking believe what I was witnessing. There's a point, my hands are on my head, my jaws dropped. I just couldn't believe it, man.
So I gotta say, I was going to rewatch that video. I was actually showing my dad. I was telling him who I was gonna help you interview.
Yeah.
And I was like showing him that video. They edited out the part of him When I saw that live, I fucking started crying. I mean, that dude's, he's better than me, but fuck that. I don't know, man. That was so funny.
They edited it out. But look, I like Richmond when he said, man, I thought I had the world in my hands. he said, this dude is so fast and he hit so hard. Bro, I told you that.
Yo, Mike was pretty cool, man. When we talked to him about him briefly, he was all flowers for you. He's like, that motherfucker's tougher and shit, dude.
Yeah, he's got to be. Like I said, that's what a good ass whooping to do for you. Now he should go back to the 175 and be a problem for them guys. At least he'll be respectful. This fight's gonna go one or two ways. Either it's gonna be a smash out crazy ass fight because both of them guys got a lot to prove, David Mundell and Mike Richmond, or they're both gonna be super timid and piss Dave off. Like they're gonna be both gonna be super timid. Because we've seen Dave Mundell give a boring fight or two too. He'll play the back foot and he'll play it safe. And if he does against Mike Richmond at this time, and the junction of BKFC growing and everything, and all the build up, it'll be a bad idea not to show up. You know what I mean?
I think after Palomino's comments after his main event. I want to get your thoughts on that, by the way. And after what he did and how David's response was to his comments, I think them boys better show out on the next card, man. Yeah. He's gonna be fucking pissed if not.
Yeah, I was there. I left in the fourth round.
Yeah, is that right?
I was tired of screaming. I just got up and left. I just said, forget it. I'll beat the traffic. I know how Palomino is. Once he makes his mind up that he's gonna outbox you or get into his Mayweather mode, he's not going to change his mind. You know what I mean? He's going to outpoint you and he's going to beat you to the rest. He knows he's got Miami in his corner. He knows he's got the refs. He knows he's got favor. So, and like I said, I wasn't too harsh on him about it because I understand how hard it is to get to the top, let alone how hard it is to stay on top. You know what I mean? You got guys coming from all over the world hoping you make a mistake. And it's his job not to make any mistakes. So, I wasn't as harsh as some people was about it, but it was definitely a boring fight. But it wasn't his first. I've been to Palomino fights before. It wasn't his first boring fight. But he won. He got the win. He's the number one pound for pound guy. He's got 9 wins in a row. No L's on his record. So that's hard to beat. But I saw Dave face. I haven't seen him that pissed in a while.
Since you?
Since you pissed him off? The guys' paychecks. Remember, he said he was going to cut those guys' pay because they wouldn't fight.
That was wild to me.
No joke. If you give him a good fight, he'll ride with you to the end of the earth. But if you bitch up out there, he's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, we witnessed that. I was watching the aftermath, and his comments shook me. I was like, "Holy fuck, are you kidding me, dude?" Like, I didn't know he was getting I think he did cut their pay, didn't he?
I don't think he did. He threatened. He'll get mad. He'll get emotional. He'll say some crazy shit. But he's not like that. He's actually a real cool dude. I don't know if you guys ever got to meet him and talk to him.
Yeah. We love David, man.
He'll get emotional. He might get pissed. And I understand it. You got to figure, man, the kind of money that he's throwing around and he's picking up, like he says, the baddest guys. He's putting his reputation on the line. He says, bro, come and fight. And I got a paycheck for you. I put all of this shit together and you get in there and you don't fight. I brought all of these people all this far, this close. Now you guys get this close together and won't fight. Man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever.
I was rooting for James Lilly, man. I really like watching.
We had both of the gentlemen on. We had James on like less than,
it was like 25 minutes for
we had him on prior just before the fight, right?
Yeah, he'd just gotten in.
And he seems set, man. James Lilly, he's
Bobby
tough
Taylor
as shit,
fight.
but in my personal opinion, I think it could have went 6 and it should have went 6 and in that final round.
The same. James, he couldn't close the distance. And even when he did, he didn't use it.
Yeah.
It's got to be a firefight. When you get close enough to touch Palomino, you got to go for it all. You got to push all in, all your chips in. The guy's the champ.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to go for broke. and he was not willing to go for broke. Even when he clipped Palomino and hurt him, he did not go for broke. At least Mike Richmond went for broke. He went all in.
Yeah, he's a savage about it, bro. I was not expecting the outcome that Richmond came out with you. I did not expect that at all.
Because you got to respect all in, even if you don't like the bet. You push all in, you're going to sit there and watch to see what happens.
Fact.
Win or lose, at least you had the nuts to go all in. You know what I mean? All in. You know.
Knucklemania was the first BKFC that I had watched, and that was sweet. That was a really awesome card. A lot of first round KOs and shit. And then I had never met you, you know, but Ty Lynch told me a lot about you, and I was rooting for you tough, dude. And it was fucking sweet, dude. We were freaking out at my cousin's house watching that fight, man. It was one hell of a fight. So
it was awesome. If you put it all together, you watch the road to BKFC, us training and talking shit.
The story is amazing, man.
Then you watch the press conference and the TMZ shit, and then you watch the weigh-in drama with me having to make that weight, and then you watch the weigh-ins press conference, and then you watch the fight. It's like a 2-hour movie.
It's legendary, man. I think David Feldman and BKFC did so good marketing that particular event. I mean, we know it was like Knucklemania 3. It's their annual big thing, but like the lead up with just you guys headlining it was fucking unreal, man. Yeah. It felt like a dream.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. And then our personalities are just so clashy. Like me and Mike clashed.
Bro, we've seen your character now, man. But when you brought out that walking juggernaut, dog, what?
Yeah, I was tripping so hard. I was like, what the fuck? At first, I thought you were in there.
Everybody thought I was. Like, oh shit!
Damn, I was like, this fucker ain't playing, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. Shout out. Yeah, I reached out to him on the internet. He's a really big Comic-Con guy. He does his thing, and he was stoked about it. You know, once he looked me up and saw how I've been representing and doing my thing, he liked to come. He'll come to all the fights if I can, you know, long as we schedule it. He's really cool, dude.
It was legendary, bro. It was something that like you just don't forget, man. It felt like I said, it literally felt like a movie. When I was sitting in there, we had the best seats in the house. I feel like in media, you know, and we're watching it all play out, and I was like, "What in the fuck is that thing, dude? That thing is crazy."
Yeah. My dad, it was hard for us to keep it a secret. You got 15,000 eyeballs. You know what I mean? It was hard.
Dude, we were with you most of the fucking like before the fight, and we didn't know shit about it, dog.
Yeah, we did good. My dad, he loved it too. He jumped out his chair. Everybody grabbed him. He has a habit of falling out his chair every time I knock somebody out. So when we So after I hit Mike Richmond, he come up to me, man. I said, I need a fucking seatbelt. I need a seatbelt. These chairs need seatbelts. That's what he said.
He needs a dude just on alert all the time.
No,
you clap someone real quick.
Flat out. And you never see it coming. The vice is going, you're thinking it's going one way, and then bang.
Bro, you went in with such a killer instinct. It's the wildest thing when you watch the review of that knockout. How you were put down, you were on your ass, you were like looking around like, holy fuck, did this really just happen? You get up, dude, with this sense of danger coming, dude, and you fucking nailed the most perfect punch in the entire world, man. I was like, oh shit, he's gone, he's dead, he's been sent into the ether.
Into the ether. Home run. World Series. Home run.
And you're such a menace, Jug. Like, you intimidate, I think, a lot of these fighters without them admitting it. But when you pulled up to the Alan Belcher fight and how that went down, I wish, because I knew something was going on, bro. And the camera was not showing you. And I was like, dude, you gotta be Jug, dude.
They did it on purpose.
What did you say when the cameras weren't on you? What were you yelling?
I think they wanted Belcher to hang around and kind of, you know, help push the promotion. Kind of like the same thing with Hector. You know, I can beat these guys up, but how much does it help or hurt BKFC for me to beat up these legendary zeros? You know what I mean? When they could use to promote, you know. I don't know, but my personal opinion is don't touch the fucking belt then. Just come, put on a show, and
You have a belt. He wants it, dude.
You don't need a championship belt to put on a show and bring eyes to BKFC. But if you touch that belt, you got to fight the top guy. I'm the top guy
in several weight classes, Jug. Like realistically, you own 3 weight classes.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Even with Josh Dyer and Jared, right? I'm looking at this matchup. One of the guys I beat damn near to death already. If I was him, I would not have signed that contract.
Are you talking about Josh?
Josh Dyer.
Yeah.
You don't remember that fight? You should go watch
I
it.
remember that fight. You bounced them all over the fucking
Oh my
ring,
God.
man.
Jared Warren has been one of the guys that's skating around. He wins one, he loses, he wins a couple, he loses, he gets lucky. You know what I mean? He's not like a top tier guy. Like, why not just keep fighting until you figure this out?
What were you yelling though when Alan Belcher? Because like they didn't show you what you were saying, and I haven't seen any interviews about what you said.
It ain't hard to guess what I told his ass. I'm next. It's mine. Put it down. I told him 2 belts to 1. I was going to throw my belts in the ring and just chuck them at him. Like,
dude's ready to bet on it right now.
I bet both of these for yours. And I told Dave that too, which is why there's a little confusion about the 185 belt and like the 205. I said, hey, give me a heavyweight shot, and then you can have the 185 belt back. You know what I'm saying? Started to go. But I'm not giving up nothing if I don't get what I want. I want a shot.
Absolutely. And I think you absolutely deserve it, bro. I have a question because you keep talking about belts, man. It's the Tom Brady question. You know what I mean? Instead of ring, which one's your favorite belt? Which one's your favorite one, man?
Well, honestly, I don't know. The favorite one, my favorite one is the one that I slammed the letters off of. The one
Did you get that fixed, man?
Huh?
Did you get it fixed?
No, I still got it.
You kept it the way it is? That's legendary.
Yeah, I kept it. That was so what happened in that scenario, I was already the number 1 contender in 2 weight classes. Hector Lombard waltzes in, and originally he wanted to play like he's gonna be my friend. We're gonna train together and blase blase. Next thing I know, he's fought Dave Mundell for a 205 fight. That made him 1-0. You know what I mean? He fought some weird skinny lanky dude looking like Gumby. That made him 2-0. Yeah. Then he gets a title fight against Joe Riggs, right? And I'm sitting here 6-1, just beat the life out of Josh Dyer. Josh Dyer made like the Lombard looks like a baby, like a little kid, right? And then I'm standing here, and then he punches me in the face on TV.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say the one they tried to keep from me is the favorite.
That's what's up, man.
That's why I took it from him and slammed the letters off of it, because I say the one I had to work the hardest for is the one I enjoy the most.
What about the belt that you handed to Conor McGregor? What did you think of that whole scenario, man? How did that even happen? Did you have your hand in that as well? Did you bring him to the show?
No, I didn't bring Conor to the show. I don't know who put that together, but when Conor, you ever seen somebody looking around for somebody they recognize so they can like kind of feel familiar?
Yeah.
When Conor saw me, he lit up. He said, "It's the double
Yo, that's dark, dude."
And it surprised the shit out of me because I'm standing here behind a wall of security, not just Conor McGregor's security, but BKFC security too.
Yeah.
They don't even want to let me, like, you know.
Oh, they were trying to separate you guys?
I would slap them or something. I don't know. But Conor looks and sees me trying to get through BKFC and his security. And he's like, "Hey, it's the double champ. Watch out. Get the fuck out the way." You know what I mean? and that was awesome. So it put me in a really good mood. You know, he let me and my girl through. And he took pictures with us and was like, you know, hey, I've been watching BKFC. You know, I like the shit. You know, I see you doing your thing. And that was kind of, you know, giving me my flowers in a way. Because I never met Connor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I never met Connor before. You know, I just know of him. And for him to be a Juggernaut fan, that's kind of the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
it's easy to be a Juggernaut fan, though.
Yeah.
You're the fucking shit, bro.
Yeah, and then when he was when Mike Perry called him into the ring, I just so happened to just be standing there. And I'm like, well, fuck it, don't go up empty-handed. and I just threw it over his shoulder.
That's dope.
While he was walking past, I just threw it over his shoulder. And he looked at it and he was like, yeah, I'm the fucking champ. I was like, you got it, bro.
Dude, that was so fucking
you got to
cool,
be like,
man.
wait, hold on a second. Bro.
You know, that kind of it went perfect. And like the views, the reviews, the
insanity, bro.
Yeah.
It broke the internet, man.
To see him with the BKFC belt, everybody was like, everybody who didn't know what the fuck BKFC was,
they know now.
Yeah.
It's Dana White was fucking pissed, I bet, man. I bet you he was throwing a fucking fit.
He's
dude.
always mad, bro. He's gonna have it.
David Feldman, you know for a fact, because we talked to him. We had David on the show, man, and we talked about his relationship with Dana. He said he chopped it up one time and he was kind of fucking shrugged him off, like, good luck with your bare knuckle shit. I bet you David was fucking just living that moment, man.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah, he's hard all the time now.
Yeah, I was freaking out when we were watching that fight and seeing him, the champ, talking to Connor there, and then
I was losing my mind.
When we seen you slap the belt, I was like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah, dude, it was fucking crazy. You see, and that's another thing, man. You have just you and your like that quick association with Connor, man. It brought so many fucking eyes, and throwing that belt on and seeing it on him. That was all you, bro.
Yeah,
that's genius
I'm
marketing.
I'm kind of smart. I'm kind of like good at drawing attention. Even if it's not me, I don't mind to pass the buck. A lot of things that go on behind the scenes at BKFC is honestly just me fucking around like Bugs Bunny and people backs are turned. Like I don't know if you remember, but even when Mike Perry first came, you know, I had called him. I hit him up. I know Mike Perry for a long time. I was like, hey, bro, come check out BKFC. This shit's awesome. You know, it was right around Knucklemania time when Paige Van Zandt came. And like we all realized, like, holy shit, they're looking for the stars, you know. So I hit up Mike, I hit up Alex Nicholson, I hit up Blueface, the Bryce Hall guy, you know, I was the ref at the Social Guns. You know, these guys are paying attention and they're like, well, shit, you know, if he can do it, I can do it. You know, that's my buddy. Me and Mike trained a few times in Orlando. We spar sometimes. Me and Alex Nicholson spar. I'm surprised he hasn't came over yet, but he's doing really good in his promotion. And there's more big things to come.
Can we talk about your relationship with you and Mike Perry, man? I think it's interesting, man, because you guys are both fucking known as the dogs of fucking BKFC, right? So with you guys getting on one-on-one, I seen you guys sparring, man. You did the fucking blind fucking sparring there. That was legit too.
Yeah, that was wild.
Are you guys working together for a fight camp or anything? Are you guys putting something together?
Not yet, but we kind of move in the same circle. So a lot of times we will meet up. We haven't really officially put nothing together where, you know, his fight camp or my fight camp and we work together, but we know each other and we know of each other and we know where each other trains, and it's not odd for us to show up and get work in. You know, every time he sees me, he's excited. Every time I see him, I'm excited. So it's kind of cool. You know, it's nothing but love. You know, we've been in Florida kicking ass for a long time.
Hell yeah, man. I love to see the dynamic too, dude. Like as a fan, seeing you guys work together because you guys are complete different fighters. And honestly, I think you could probably fine tune Mike to your skill. Yeah, I think there's nobody that matches you skillfully on the fucking planet.
That's what the blind thing was about. It was more so about me telling him that he can avoid some of those shots if he just trusts himself. It's not all fire. It's not all push. Sometimes it's pull. And so I'll blindfold myself and still make you miss. And it's a good thing that I've been trained that way, because I was actually blinded by Mike Richmond with the scratch in the eye in the beginning of the first round. And I had to fight without sight for a little while until I was able to finally see his ass. And y'all saw what happened when I could finally see his ass. So you never know what skills you will need when you get in here and fight for your life.
Right.
And that's what we're doing. There's make no qualms about it. This is not a basketball game. We're fighting for our lives.
Our buddy David Potter said some gangster shit when he was interviewing someone in UFC just recently. He said that, you know, in most sports it takes a ball to play. He's like, you don't play boxing, and it takes two balls to fucking get into combat sports.
Yeah, because you gotta, you gotta risk it all. You gotta have you have to have the athletic ability of a high level athlete, and you have to have the mind, a sharp mind of a high level chess player. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be smart and you have to be hyper athletic. It's not just a game. It's not a game, you know? It's not a game. The ref is there, but he ain't reffing shit. Like, this is not a game. Like, he does not have a whistle.
Yeah. That's I think that the point, like, there was, like, it's so funny when people try to come in here and think it's just like going to be a celebrity thing, or like you're just getting some fame until you're in there, man. I've seen several fighters come in now and just that came into bare knuckle, and I think it's just a fucking game. And then they realize, oh fuck, dude, some of them aren't coming back. What about Luke? Luke said, I think he ain't coming back, dude.
They ain't got that dog in him.
Oh no, he will not come back. And he quit, which is amazing because shit, Britton Hart lost the tooth during the fight, kept fighting, and won.
She's a G though, man. Britton Hart's a thug.
This dude gets bashed in his mouth and quits. He just quit.
He couldn't fucking believe it, man. I don't think.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You can put me in there with 2 guys, 3 guys. I'm not gonna quit. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm not.
Don't give David ideas.
You better think of something. I'm sitting on the couch. He better think of something.
I guess because I've been trying to get at you for a minute. You've been so focused on your gym. Did you want to talk about that actually? Do you have any particular fighters you got going on? You're a coach, man.
You know, I'm the champ, so I'm very goal oriented. One thing to the next thing to the next thing. And I've been wanting to go back to Jacksonville and build my own gym and train these guys and teach these bare knuckle tactics. I'm a self-defense specialist. I'm the man. I know what I'm doing. So guys who have found my gym and came and found me, like Ryan O'Reilly, he's training with me. A lot of guys, once they find me, like I said, I'm going to be training Bryce Hall this summer. The gym is up.
You reach out. Are you guys going to make a vlog? Are you going to track that by chance?
Or post everything? So yeah, like I'm sure you'll see them.
Cool.
Damn, I didn't know you're training. Crazy.
I do want to give them the best chance of winning, and it's not just fighting when you're in there. Bare knuckle is its own sport. It's its own animal. It's its own. It has a life, and you have to be in there with somebody who knows, you know, in order to get ready for what's coming, or else it's too many surprises, and you don't want to be surprised in a bare knuckle.
Did he ask you, or did you reach out to him?
His staff reached out, and I was excited about it because, like I said, I already know him. You know, I already knew him, and so it's nothing. They reached out, and then they reached out to Dave as well. So me and Dave got the call at the same time. Everybody gave the thumbs up, and it's a go. I'm excited to help him out. He's already got skills. I've seen him fight before. He didn't quit in his fight. He got heart. He just didn't know what to do. And that's why I want to help him, because I don't want him to go into this situation and ball up and not know what to do. You know what I mean?
Did G reach out to you when you extended your hand in favor of Bryce?
That's what I was just kind of wondering.
Yeah, G's got my number. He called me like, what the fuck?
You know, I have to say it on record, man. It's gonna be interesting to see Bryce with your help, but I got love from my boy G, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great fight, I think.
Listen, G's got hands, and
he's nasty, man. He's really good, bro.
I can teach Bryce a lot of things. I can teach him how to defend himself. I can teach him how to fight. I can teach him how to be a dog. But ultimately, it comes from within. And G has been a dog his whole life. I don't think he knows how to be nothing else. You know what I mean? He's a wolf in sheep clothing. And if when we get in there, it'll be interesting to see nature versus nurture. what we can.
Oh yeah,
if we put
that's a great way to put it, man.
Yeah.
we can put together a real good show.
I don't know if you're a betting man, but if you were to bet, who do you got on the Mundell Richmond fight?
Mundell.
Do you? That
Yeah,
shocked, that shocked me.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm gonna tell you why. I've never hit nobody that hard. He's got to still be hurt.
Still reeling from that punch.
Bro,
That's some of the most gangster junk thing you
Oh
could
my
have said,
God.
dog.
Clip that.
hurt. You wouldn't bet on an injured horse.
It's a fact.
Like, got to still be hurt. Like, for real, he's got to still be hurt. And even if not physically, psychologically.
He's damaged good.
You know what I'm saying? You turn the light on too. You can sneak up on him and scare the shit out of him.
I've seen some comments they made, man. He's like, I've knocked a lot of people out. He's like, but seeing myself knocked out did something to me. You're like,
I'm telling you, it's psychologically. I came back after the Trujillo thing. I came back pretty quickly. Trujillo didn't knock me out. He buzzed me a little bit. He kind of caught me with the little blue tape. Remember how we used to rap the blue tape? And it did like buzz me. And I hit my face on the ground. It ripped my lip. And I was ready to fight though. I was up at 3.
oh yeah, I've watched it several times. You didn't look like you were out of it.
If the referee wasn't so scary at the time, he's done a lot better since then. But bare knuckle was new. Everybody was kind of learning it. You know, people were still scared. I'm looking at the guy saying, I'm okay. How much more conscious does it get?
Right.
And for him to stop my fight and for that to be my only one loss, I'll say.
Oh shit! Did we lose?
My dad. No, my dad called me.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
For me to be, you know, I did come right back and it actually made me better.
I think
made
so.
me better.
Look
it made
at
me like,
the fucking path you have done since then, man. You've laid everybody to
No,
rest.
because I know what I can do, and I always knew what I could do, and he didn't hurt me bad enough to permanently injure me psychologically and physically. So I just came in like, fuck it, I'm not bullshitting with these guys no more. Everybody's going to sleep.
And you've done it. Everyone goes to sleep.
Now, if Mike Richmond takes what I did to him and he can morph his style into that, maybe this will be a good fight. But he does not have good head movement. I told Francisco Richie the same thing. You never move your head, buddy. There's a train coming.
His last 2 fights have been shocking to me, Francisco.
Dave Mundell is not a little 175er. He fought 205. He fought Hector Lombard and beat him at 205. They just cheated him.
And he has grit, man. He really does have grit. The guy's tough.
It's not as bad as a fight as me, and it's not as bad of a matchup as me and Mike Richmond, but it's a bad matchup.
Wow, that actually went another way. I thought really that you were going to pick Richmond. I really did.
The Richmond fans are going off of the Richmond fans are just going off of like hype. He's not that good. He's scratching, man. He's scratching guys' eyes out. You don't even got to look at my fight. Go look at him and Dave Rickles. Both Dave Rickles' eyes were bleeding at the end of the fight. Why? Why are his eyes bleeding?
We're gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna look into that.
Mike Richmond thinks he's Wolverine. He's scratching. He's a scratcher. He's doing tiger style.
So you just got honored, man. You got honored in a fucking really cool way, and you graced the cover of Deadly Art of Survival magazine, and they labeled you the Mike Tyson name. Are you ready? The baddest man on the fucking planet.
Hell yeah.
How does that feel, man? I mean,
very fitting.
I mean, it's very true. You know what I mean? There's an overall consensus that you're the dopest and fighter on BKFC's roster.
Well, the Deadly Art of Survival this is their job. They look through, they study, they watch, they investigate, they read. They've been putting these magazines out for quite some time. It is the #1 martial arts magazine in the world. So if they look through my body of work and say, this is the baddest man on the planet, then yes, I take it as a true compliment, and I appreciate those guys, and I bow, back to my martial arts roots. That was a compliment. And they called me and they reached out to me, and the magazines are on Amazon. It's a really in-depth look at my struggle, what I've been through, the things that you guys don't know about me. A little glimpse into the hell that I described when I said I've been to hell, and I brought a little piece of it back with me. If you guys go on to Amazon and check out that, you can get that magazine. It's about $16, but trust me, it's worth it.
I would like to get it for just an like next time I see you, so we can get it.
Yeah, I'll sign up. Any of you guys, anybody, anywhere in the world, any of you guys, you buy that magazine. If you ever see me, just hold it up and I'll sign it.
I told Tylin they actually should get a picture of you smashing the tomato in Joe's face and get that signed and have it hanging up in the back.
Hey, well, you know where to find me. I'll be at the Tampa fight. I'll be at this this fake title fight for that 185 interim trash, and I'll be there watching the Mike Richmond fight. I'll probably be doing some commentary or something. I like to tell some jokes or give a little insight as to what's going on.
That
so
would
maybe
be badass to hear you on as a commentary during their fight. That would be sick as fuck.
Either one of them. I wouldn't mind doing the Mike Richmond fight or the Jared Warren fight. Like I said, it's gonna go one of two ways. Those guys are gonna wind up either fighting their ass off or not fighting at all. That's it. Like you remember the Julian Lane and Mundell fight?
Yeah. Yep.
So they're gonna let you? Are they gonna let Jug be Jug on the mic?
That was my question.
They're gonna try and
if you've never seen me commentate, I am like I can do both.
Yeah.
So I can be Jug, I can be an asshole, or I can be, I can do both.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch that,
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna be looking forward just to hearing you on the commentary. That'd be cool. And actually, this is a perfect segue into my next question. Is as a spectator, who do you have your eye on the roster as a fan? Who do you like watching fight the most?
Elvin, Brito,
our dog, dude. Brito's the man.
Brito puts on good fights. He puts on high-level, skillful fights that you would have to be a high-level fighter to understand. And what I'm thinking is he's having trouble with the judges and stuff because they are not high-level fighters. They don't even see the miss. The punch counters and stuff, they're counting punches that missed. Elvin is smacking these guys. He smacked.
He beat Palomino. I'll stand by that, and I'll tell.
He smacked Palomino 4 rounds to 1.
He beat Palomino, man. I'll stand on it. They need to run it back, man. Bad. I think
that was so sad to see him stripped of the title, and no one trains harder than him. You know what I mean? Me and him running up the mountain crazy, kicking ass, and then for him to get stripped, he kicked the Trinidad Snake guy's ass too. His coach is telling him, his mom is telling him, they're like, "You're losing, you gotta do something, you're not even fighting." And then somehow he goes and get the decision 4 rounds to 1. I'm like, what in the hell are we watching? So right now, Elvin's on a bad run with these silly ass judges and these fake fight experts who think they know what's going on, but they obviously must be checking Texas or something.
We damn near rioted into my house when we watched Brito fucking the decision, dude. Because there was only one person, and I had like that was a big night actually, huh? There was like 20, 30, I probably like 20 people at the house, and one person in the whole fucking room went the other way. Everyone went Brito. We're like, yo, what the fuck just happened, dude?
He worked the shit out of Elvin. He worked the shit out of Elvin, and he worked the shit out of the Trinidad Snake. And you can see it. You can see it in a fighter. If you're a fighter, you can watch the fighter. He loses before he ever hits the ground. He'll start backing up. He'll look really scared and timid. He'll jump every time you jump. He'll stop advancing. He shows that he's losing. You can see that he's losing if you watch the fight. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when you come to the judges, why is there a surprise? Everybody's holding their breath. Palomino's sitting there praying. He's praying. He's like, "Lord, please, 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 God, let him see it. Let him make a mistake." And God damn.
Yeah.
But anyway,
those are two very controversial calls for Palomino that have been, in my eyes, controversial. I even brought it up to Palomino when we had him on the show. I said, I think the decision was very controversial, and I believe that Brito deserves to run it back, man.
Hey, the other fight too with that win too. That was a rough one too. That and Palomino. Man, I didn't get to watch it all out because I fought that night. Remember, I was the main event that night. But I do remember thinking like, holy shit, that is fighting. You know what I mean? Like, it's fighting his ass. So I don't know. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you don't.
Put on
the fight game.
Mission Accomplished just jumped on the show and they said Lakeland, Florida, 2021. Lorenzo Hunt was getting ready to fight Rob, and now two weight class world champion in just 2 years. It's insane.
Yeah, I called that too. If you go watch the Mike and Mitch interviews, I told him that I would be the double world champ and that I was taking this bitch over a long time ago when nobody even would believe in anything I said. So now for me to be here. Yeah, for me to be here, the only people who are surprised are the people who weren't with me from the beginning.
So and speaking of that, you guys have had several fight camps together with you and Brito. Have you been still going over to Puerto Rico or anything? Have you guys been chilling?
I haven't been since my vacation after my last fight. I took the whole family and the kids over. Me and Brito, we all went out and we had a blast. And we had a great time. Like I said, me and the whole family. I rented a 16-passenger van and we just took out the time.
That's badass.
Yeah, after I kicked Mike Richmond ass, we just went out there and hung out for about 2 weeks. So I haven't been since then because everything's been up in arms with the gym. They definitely miss me out there. You know, it's like my second home. And so we're planning something. I just got to get back in this ring first, establish myself, continue to establish myself as the most dominant fighter in the bare knuckle world. And then I'll go over to Puerto Rico and let it all hang out.
What you know, and I guess you've been hinting at it. What do you have in your future coming up, Jug? Like what can we be expecting? I know that you've been really fucking busy, but like we want to see you fight, man. Like as a fan, we're fucking hungry for you, dude.
Well, there's no way to avoid me in the BKFC. There's a lot of guys that are up and coming. We got Houston Alexander in the 205 division. We got Chris Camozzi in the 205 division. We got a lot of people saying my name. We got the guys from overseas calling over from wanting some work over from Britain. We got the heavyweight division, which is up in arms, maybe a tournament, maybe me versus Ben, maybe me versus Arnold Adams for a super fight. Maybe sometime Knucklemania. I'd like to do a David and Goliath fight. Me and Big Ben for the
that would be
title.
insanity,
So
dude.
So
wild. Told you I'll beat the shit out of Ben. He'll retire on that one. And then
you heard it.
I'm just thinking like one thing about me as long as I've been here to BKFC, I'm the easiest person to matchmake for. I will fight anybody who says they're willing to fight me. And Dave knows that, so he doesn't have to call me. He doesn't have to say, hey, what about this guy? And what about that guy? He's this tall. He's this short. He's this long. He has this record. I don't give a damn. Soon as Dave calls me or sends a piece of paper over here with my name on it, somebody getting a near-death experience wrapped up in a Christmas present.
Isn't that the problem though? Is that like, is it hard for you to get a fight because motherfuckers duck you?
Everybody else is fighting. Why you think I ain't fighting?
That's what they even asked Jake Boswick about his comments. Go ahead, Jake. Bring this up, would you?
Yeah, I just we were watching it, and I just thought it was interesting. They asked him what he thought about the light heavyweight division, and he straight up was just like, "Nah, that's Jug territory." So I'm good where I'm at.
So, funny thing is, I like Jake. You know, I've always liked Jake. He's got his own little swag. You know, as far as the English guys coming over, you know,
cool,
I kind of like Jake over the other guys. You know, like I like Jake, and he got in here. It wasn't as easy as he thought it would be, and then he stepped his fucking game up. That's what it's all about. So I'm a big Jake Boswick fan. And I was there on the side coaching him against Eric Lozano. I was telling him, bro, he don't like to move, just keep moving and pop his ass. And it worked out. So he was super cool with it. The announcers are kind of always trying to set these guys up. They'll stuff a mic in your face and be like, so you're gonna fight Lorenzo next? They like, damn. Like, you know, take it easy. No,
Guys
we'll
went
say
5
this.
rounds. Let's chill.
Hey,
No, I
champ,
will
you,
say
you just sold 3 magazines just on this show, man. Our auntie Jamie
this.
just bought 3 of your magazines, man.
That's what's up. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll sign them all too. Just come to one of the fights. And look, check this out. I really put everybody in their proper weight classes. If you watch, every time I move around, 4 or 5 guys move around. Guys that were fighting at 185 when I was fighting at 205.
You're a trendsetter when it comes to moving people in their weight classes.
Yeah. Because there's an honesty that comes with this. There's some shit you can't get away with. And you can't be a 5'2", 205 pounds trying to run the damn 205 division like Hector Lombard, right? And
Right.
you can't be these little skinny guys trying to run the 185 division when you should be in 175 or 165. Don't try that shit. Not as long as I'm around.
What did you think of Howard Davis moving up? And you've been cornering him, haven't you?
Well, I just cornered him as a fan just from my VIP seats. This is kind of nice that I can.
Okay. So I was confused there.
No, but we've been cool ever since the Miami tryouts. Howard Davis came through to the Miami tryouts, and I kind of was like, bro, this guy's good. You know, I love to go to the tryouts. You know, I'm a big fan because I came from the tryouts. So I met him at the tryouts in Miami, and I was like, bro, this guy can fight. You know what I mean? And certain people can fight. Other people will come, want to take a couple of pictures. They want to look good. They want to say, hey, I did the tryouts like Disney World. Yeah. Some people can fight. He can fight. Simple as that. And I remember him. I remember shaking his hand. So every time I see him up there putting his heart on display, I remember, bro came from the tryouts. You know, he's like me. You know, he's putting his heart on the line. So I just so happened to call the shot, but he threw it. You got to throw it.
So bringing up Howard Davis, you know, you inspired our boy, man. He looks up to you as well. Kai Stewart just won the belt. You know, he shouted you out, like, you know, like he sent Louis Lopez into the ether. he used your catchphrase, and he's a fan of yours. And I heard you guys met up down in Florida.
Yeah. We met up at the Hard Rock, and he was really excited to see me and stuff too. Them guys, he remembers me how I came through Montana like a storm. You know what I mean? And,
fucking tornado.
Anybody who's from Montana knows that, you know, some people love Joe Riggs and some people don't. And when I came,
bro, we moved him out of here. We hate him.
It was like, that's what I'm saying. It was like a civil war. When I came, all the people who don't like Joe Riggs was on my side. All the people who do was on his side, and then I dismissed his ass so nice that everybody had to just kind of like, what happened? Wow. And so Kai's been a fan since then, and he hits me up sometime and we talk shop. I really, really do care for these guys. I care for the fighters. I want you guys to be safe. You guys see I'm a defensive tactician, and I don't know if you notice, a lot of guys are fighting smarter.
Yes.
A lot of guys are fighting
I said this
smarter.
last time. I think on the last episode, I said you can see the evolution of bare knuckle in the last just in the last year. People have improved so much at every fight. Yeah. It just seems like people are getting more skillfully, and they're being more tacticians and making their punches. Because I heard it on Mike Perry's interview with Joe Rogan. This is when I brought it up. He said that there's a different defense in bare knuckle because you're clenching your fists the whole time as you're trying to defend and take counters. He says it's a whole different ballgame, man. And now people are learning and picking this shit up.
Yeah, if you notice, if you go back to my fight with my first fight at bare knuckle with Reggie Pena, I already had it. I was already catching his punches and knocking his punches down and countering. I was already attacking his punches. If you go to my BYB fight when I fought in Cheyenne, Wyoming, I actually caught about 16 punches before I started my barrage of attacks that ended the fight ultimately. I am a defensive tactician, and I truly believe that in order to be good, you have to be good on both sides. You can't just be offensive. You can't just be defensive. You have to blend them both. And over time, if you watch, like I said, Elvin Brito fights very, very similar. He's very defensive, and then he can crack you when he needs to. It's just evolving. And if it don't, then your face will change. You'll just look different. I still look as good as I did the day I came. Like you're gonna look there. Either you're gonna change mentally or you're gonna change physically.
As I think fans are or fighters, whoever's prepping to watch or fight or step into the ring, years from now, I'm guaranteeing you that people will look up Lorenzo Hunt and how he did it. I guarantee it. Because
they're already doing it. They're already doing it.
Well, I'm talking about in the history books. I mean, like if you like fast forward and this is how it's supposed to be done. Lorenzo Hunt, from the moment you've gotten in, you've really changed fighting.
Game changer.
Yeah, you're truly a game changer.
I spoke with my old friend Kevin Smith and a little while ago, and he has a martial arts class in MMA, and he says they play videos of me and they say, "Hey, look, this is what you do." That's how they teach the kids. So yeah.
It looks like David Potter might have said it, but he said there's a true story. Me and my girl met Lorenzo and his lady and his daughter at BKFC in Florida. Incredible people. Lorenzo is genuine, is a genius when it comes to the bare knuckle boxing. I don't know if you know David Potter, but he was definitely sending you his flowers.
Yeah, that's what's up. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm a genuine person. A lot of the shit that people see or don't like about me, that's just because you like the other guy. It's not because you don't like me. It's like the other guy. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Every experience that I've ever gotten with you, Jug, I want to say that you've been incredibly humble, incredibly nice. And and thanks to you, man, I know that you've played your part in helping us get to where we are. And from the Weekly Bust, I think we can all say thank you, man.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate it. And thanks for having me. I got more coming. Like I said, here, let me give you my new list, because I remember the old list that I gave you was I wanted Trujillo, Quentin Henry, Mike Richmond, Doolittle. Remember I gave y'all a list of people.
Yep.
Before that, the list was Josh Dyer, Hector Lombard, Joe Riggs. So I've been really just smashing through my kill list. Right now, the list is Arnold Adams, Ben Rothwell, Josh Dyer, Mike Richmond again, Chris Camozzi. That would be awesome. That would be really cool. I'm gonna beat your ass for calling me out, you idiot. You should have fought about 3 or 4.
He woke up the giant.
Yeah, what was he thinking?
That's so stupid, bro. Like, the worst thing you could do is come in here and do the same shit that the last guy did to get his ass whooped. Come in here, fight a couple fights, and you think I'm the king of the world. You're stupid. That's what you are. But
could that fight be sooner than later?
Maybe.
That would be fucking insane. Actually, that'd be really cool.
Gotta find somebody to fight me, and what I'm figuring out is you gotta be a little bit stupid to fight me anyway. So I welcome all.
Yeah, you're a bad motherfucker. So
I welcome them all. I welcome them all.
Well, Jug, I think we're running out of time and we're getting pressed here, but I love talking to you. I could chat with you all day, man. Thank you for all the fucking dope content you've ever given us. I would love to have you on before you fight again and then after you fight again.
Hey, Big Ben, I'll break your fucking jaw.
There we go, man. I'm going to clip that and it's going out, dude. It's going out tonight.
Hey, just before we take off, my neighbor's son, Jeffrey, turned 16 yesterday. He's a hardworking kid. Any words of inspiration for him becoming a man?
Hey, shout out to Jeffrey, bro. 16 is the golden age, man. Just working hard, keep your eye on the prize, and try to save your pennies, man. Every day we work hard, we get better. Every day. The more energy you expend, the more energy God will give you to continue grinding, continue blasting, and you'll get good sleep. So as long as you're grinding hard, you'll get good sleep and you'll have money. Keep grinding.
Great advice.
Thank you for that, man.
Jug, do you want to shout out anybody, sponsors in particular?
Just shout out to Knockout Canada. Shout out to Juggernaut Life Fitness out in Jacksonville. Shout out to Mike and Mish. Shout out to you guys, man, for having me and loving me. Shout out to BKFC. Shout out to David Feldman. Let's keep kicking ass. Shout out to the Daily Art of Survival, Ikikata, Up in New York, they got an amazing select of clothes and gear and shit for y'all to buy. So go look up some of that. They'll have some Juggernaut gear that you guys can get. I know everybody's been waiting. And like I said, go check out that magazine, Daily Yard of Survival. Learn a little bit about me so that you understand where I came from and what made me so strong.
All right. Thanks, Jug. I got to get my sponsors now, our sponsors, which it goes like this. Go, Christian.
Guerrilla Warfare Apparel. Best gear in the fight world. Use the code TWB10 at checkout for 10% off.
Hell yeah.
20 past 4, one stop vape and head shop. We have
5 locations.
5 locations now.
2 in Great Falls.
1 in Billings, 1 in
Helena,
and 1 in Arizona.
That's right.
Damn, doing big things.
Hudson's Trash Removal. If you have any trash out in your life that wants to be removed, and if they don't want to be removed and it doesn't want to be removed, Kyle will remove it for you. You know what I'm saying? He's the best in town. So get a hold of Hudson's Trash Removal. Our auntie Jamie St. Mark's, Halftime Sports Bar and Casino. Also Taco Treat that's in there. Stop and get a cold one on a hot day and get your taco on too.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Beard Wisconsin. Yo, so he hooked me up with some gear today, over the weekend, and I've been rocking it. All of our mustache and beard essentials are always getting taken care of by Beard Wisconsin.
Hell yeah. Quit the Jug and get him a fight.
Y'all need to send me some of that gear, man. Send me some Weekly Buzz gear. I'll rock.
Fuck yeah. We're on it. We're on it, Jug. We're on it. We'll get you a hoodie and a hat, man.
I got you.
Fuck
Peace.
Yeah. Thank you, Jug.
Yeah, it's
Have
an
a good
honor,
night,
man.
brother.
Thank you. Damn, that was badass.
Jug is the best, dude.